Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about U.S. immigration reform and asylum updates, July 2024. In this July 2024 edition of our news update, we delve into the latest developments in asylum and immigration reform this month has seen significant shifts in policy and practice. With new measures and proposals coming to the forefront, stay tuned as we explore the impacts of these changes on both domestic and international fronts, providing you with a comprehensive overview of what's unfolding in the world of immigration. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. In this video of the June 2024 update, we examine key developments and controversies surrounding asylum and immigration reform in the United States this week. We cover Texas Governor Greg Abbott's controversial Republican National Convention speech, former Trump immigration official Thomas Homan's stark warnings, the implications of Venezuela's upcoming presidential election on migration, the impact of Abbott's migrant buzzing program, and the troubling lawsuit against Southwest key programs. Each of these issues contributes to the ongoing debate over U.S. immigration policy and its effects on migrants and border communities. 1. Texas Governor Greg Abbott's controversial convention speech. Texas Governor Greg Abbott's speech at the Republican National Convention has ignited significant controversy and criticism due to its strong anti-immigrant rhetoric. Addressing a raucous crowd, Abbott launched a broadside against the Biden administration, accusing it of welcoming criminals and terrorists into the country. He claimed that President Biden had never visited the border and praised his controversial policies, including buzzing migrants to Democratic-led cities and deploying razor wire along the Rio Grande. Abbott's speech has been met with widespread condemnation from immigration reform groups and civil rights advocates. Critics have likened the atmosphere at the convention to a rally reminiscent of historical extremist gatherings, arguing that Abbott's rhetoric and policies are not only inhumane, but potentially dangerous. His remarks underscore a broader Republican focus on aggressive border security measures and staunch opposition to current immigration policies. Abbott's appearance at the convention is notable as it marks his first such engagement since assuming office in 2014. His speech highlights the Republican Party's emphasis on immigration as a critical issue for the upcoming elections, reflecting a strategic focus on border security and anti-immigrant sentiment. 2. Thomas Homan's stark warnings and criticisms. Former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement under President Donald Trump, Thomas Homan also made headlines with his speech at the Republican National Convention. Homan warned that a re-elected President Trump would designate Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations, a move he claimed would be essential for addressing the escalating border crisis. He criticized the Biden administration's border policies, attributing record high migrant crossing to intentional design rather than mismanagement. Homan's speech has sparked intense debate. He has pledged to deport unauthorized immigrants if Trump returns to office, a stance that echoes his previous role in implementing the controversial zero-tolerance policy, which led to widespread family separations at the border. The Biden campaign has condemned Homan as the architect of these policies and accused Trump of exploiting vulnerable populations for political gain. The broader Republican agenda, as reflected in Homan's speech, emphasizes aggressive border security measures and potential military action against cartels in Mexico. This approach stands in stark contrast to the Biden administration's policies, leading to a polarized debate over the best methods for addressing immigration and border security. 3. Venezuela's presidential election and migration implications. The upcoming Venezuelan presidential election on July 28, 2024 is a pivotal moment with potentially far-reaching implications for migration flows to the United States. The election outcome could significantly impact neighboring countries and the U.S., potentially exacerbating the already severe migration crisis. Venezuelans immigrants. Currently, nearly 8 million Venezuelans have fled their country due to economic hardship and political repression. Many have sought refuge closer to home, while a substantial number have made their way to the United States, putting additional strain on an already overwhelmed immigration system. If President Nicolás Maduro retains power, it is anticipated that a large portion of the population may continue to leave, further intensifying the migration crisis. Opposition figures in Venezuela promise to restore democracy and address the country's dire situation. However, Maduro has shown little willingness to relinquish control, even warning of potential civil war if he loses. The ongoing exodus has had a profound impact on Venezuelan society, depleting the nation of its talent and separating families for many Venezuelans. This election represents a final opportunity for meaningful change and potential resolution of their dire circumstances. Governor Greg Abbott's 4. The impact of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's migrant buzzing program. Since its inception in 2022, Texas Governor Greg Abbott's migrant buzzing program has significantly altered migration patterns across the United States. The program has transported over 119,000 migrants to Democratic-led cities, including Washington, D.C., New York, Chicago, and D.C., New York, Chicago, and Denver. This initiative has concentrated large numbers of migrants, particularly Venezuelans, in a few urban areas, placing immense pressure on local resources and prompting cities to adapt their policies. Abbott's program is designed to alleviate pressure on Texas border communities by redistributing migrants to other parts of the country. However, critics argue that it creates chaos in destination cities, compounding existing challenges and increasing the burden on local governments. The program has shifted the national conversation on immigration, pushing some Democratic leaders to advocate for stricter border security measures despite the program's substantial cost to Texas, which has exceeded $230 million. Cities like New York and Denver have faced significant financial and logistical challenges due to the influx of migrants, leading to billions in related expenses. Some cities have even begun assisting migrants in relocating elsewhere to manage the strain on their services and infrastructure. 5 lawsuit against Southwest Key Programs. The Justice Department has filed a lawsuit against Southwest Key Programs, the largest housing provider for unaccompanied migrant children in the United States. The lawsuit alleges widespread sexual abuse and harassment of children in the company's care from 2015 to 2023. The accusations include rape, inappropriate touching, and soliciting sexual content from minors by employees and supervisors. Southwest Key Programs operates 29 shelters across Texas, Arizona, and California, with a capacity to house over 6,300 children despite receiving billions in government contracts. The nonprofit is accused of failing to adequately protect vulnerable children, exploiting language barriers, and distancing minors from their families. The company disputes these claims, but the case has raised significant concerns about oversight and child safety in migrant shelters. The lawsuit has prompted calls for stricter regulations and accountability in the care of unaccompanied minors. It also feeds into a broader debate about whether immigrants fleeing persecution should be detained at all, highlighting ongoing issues in the U.S. immigration system regarding the treatment of vulnerable populations. Conclusion. This week's updates reflect a rapidly evolving landscape in U.S. immigration policy and its broader implications, from controversial speeches and aggressive border security measures to significant geopolitical developments and troubling allegations against housing providers. These issues underscore the complexity and urgency of immigration reform as the debate continues. It remains crucial to stay informed and engaged with the ongoing discussions shaping the future of immigration and asylum policies in the United States. As we wrap up this video on asylum and immigration reform for June 2024, it's clear that the landscape is evolving rapidly. These changes reflect broader shifts in policy and public sentiment, and their implications will continue to unfold in the coming months. We'll keep you informed with ongoing coverage and analysis, so stay connected for the latest updates and insights into this critical area of global affairs. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about US immigration reform and asylum updates, July 2024. In July 2024, key developments in US immigration and asylum policy are drawing significant attention. Texas Governor Greg Abbott's speech at the Republican National Convention has been criticized for its harsh anti-immigrant rhetoric. Abbott condemned President Biden's border policies, defended his controversial measures like abusing migrants to Democratic-led cities, and praised deploying razor wire along the Rio Grande. His remarks reflect a broader Republican emphasis on aggressive border security, with critics accusing him of fostering inhumane policies. Former Trump ICE official Thomas Homan also made headlines with his speech, warning that a re-elected Trump would designate Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations and pledging to deport unauthorized immigrants. Homan's speech has intensified debates over border security, contrasting sharply with Biden administration policies. The upcoming Venezuelan presidential election on July 28, 2024 is expected to have significant implications for migration patterns. With nearly 8 million Venezuelans already displaced due to economic and political crisis, the election's outcome could either worsen the migration crisis or offer a glimmer of hope for change. Texas migrant abusing program, initiated by Abbott, has transported over 119,000 migrants to Democratic-led cities, putting pressure on local resources and prompting debates over its effectiveness and impact. Critics argue that the program exacerbates chaos in destination cities. Lastly, the Justice Department has filed a lawsuit against Southwest Key Programs, alleging widespread sexual abuse and harassment of unaccompanied migrant children in its care. The case highlights concerns about oversight and safety in migrant shelters and prompts call for stricter regulations. These issues underscore the ongoing challenges and controversies surrounding US immigration policy and its effects on migrants and border communities.